I don't think you really know what your automobile is capable of. But Smartlink can show you. It's simple, it's not very expensive, and what makes it great is it gives you complete control. I have Brian here from Auto Plus, and you sell Smartlink, correct?
Yes, sir, I do.
And tell us a little bit about what Smartlink will do to a car 1996 and newer, most of them with onboard diagnostics.
Smartlink will monitor all the onboard diagnostics of the vehicle. If the check engine light comes on, the notification gets sent to the consumer via a text or an email, also to the supplying shop, so they can be on board with you, let you know what the code means, whether it's a drivability issue, whether it's an immediate repair that needs to be done. The shop can also reset the code if you're out of town, say on vacation, something like that. So.
Well, what the great thing about that is we get calls all the time from people who don't know what the code is and they're concerned. And our standard answer is, how is the car running? And they'll say, oh, it's running okay. Then we say, okay, then you should be fine. We don't know that for sure. But this way we can know for sure as a shop, and also the consumer can know for sure.
Absolutely. When the car sets the code, the shop gets a text or an email to the shop telling them what the code is. So you're able to review the code, get in touch with the customer, reinforce that it's a drivability issue, it's not a safety concern. You can schedule an appointment to come into the shop to get it fixed. If you're away from town and say the TPMS light pops, this thing will also notify you and the consumer as well. You have the opportunity to get in touch with the customer, be able to tell them, hey, you might want to get your tire checked. If it's an actual TPMS sensor problem where we have a battery issue, they can drive, make sure that the tire is aired up. They can bring it back to your shop and have a new TPMS put in it.
TPMS is tire pressure monitoring system. And this also does more than this, too. It does a little bit of GPS work also, correct?
Absolutely. This unit tracks the vehicle. So the shop owner, if you have younger kids just driving, you're able to ping the unit to find it. It has the ability to set geofencing. So if you go outside of the geofence that you set up for the unit, you can it'll send the owner of the vehicle a text.
And of course, if something happens after hours that you're not familiar with and the vehicle's being used, it can set that up. Dwayne, you're already part of this system, correct?
Actually, we sell their telematics unit here at Dynamic Automotive, but it also you can set speed boundaries. If they go over a set speed, it'll tell you where they were at, how fast they were going. It can set idle time. Say you have a fleet of vehicles and the guys are idling their trucks to have the AC on, wasting fuel. You can set time limits. Say they start their vehicle up after 10 o'clock at night, trying to sneak out of the house or trying to use your work truck to go do some side work. You can also use it basically, if you have a fleet, you can find every vehicle you have instantly. And there's a lot of opportunity. You can protect your family. If you have younger kids that are driving and they go out of Frederick County or they go out of the city, it'll tell you, hey, and show you where they're at. If you have elderly, your parents. That's a big thing now. It used to be child care. Now it's adult care. And say that they might get lost, and you can help them find their way back. So it's a lot of possibilities here.
Sure. What kind of cost are we talking about? Normal cost for a customer who wants to have this part of their car?
The unit itself is around $180, which isn't a lot of money. And then there's a tiered program that you can pay a monthly subscription to. It's kind of like what your big dealers are doing, but now you can pick the shop that gets to review this and help you with your car maintenance and their safety. And basically now we have an option where you don't have to use a dealer. You can use us, people that you've become to like and be friends with, and you can trust us.
Sounds good. Well, we have Brian from Uniselect, which is also, of course, Auto Plus, and Dwayne from Dynamic Automotive. It's available at Dynamic Automotive. You can stop by and see Dwayne right here at the Urbana location, and I'll be more than happy to set you up for it. Big brother can be you, and sometimes that's a positive. You're here at Urbana location of Dynamic Automotive.